Hey, what's up, y'all? Hope you guys are having a good day. So, as you see from the title, the Alethonym primary ammo grenade launcher stasis is trash. It's terrible. And while in this gameplay, you're going to see that I'm definitely, I could sit down and really grind and just get more proficient with it. But at the end of the day, it's just not worth your time. This gun is trash in PvP, and it was meant to be that way by Bungie, which, whatever, is fine. But yeah, this thing sucks, and in this video, I'm kind of just going to tell you why and how I think Bungie can actually kind of buff this gun without making it broken and actually make it like a cool weapon because it is a cool weapon and it offers a unique playstyle. I just think that they're super afraid of making a grenade launcher meta that they nerf this thing into the ground. So this is the first clip I want to show you. It really just shows how fundamentally flawed this weapon is and how weak it is. You can see it with Fighting Lion, I'd be able to challenge at this range, and he'd probably be dead by now, realistically. But I'm hitting 0 damage, and then when I do hit a direct hit, there's nothing I can do about him falling back. With Fighting Lion, I could bank it off the right. With this, he just hides, and then it's back to normal. And you're like, yeah, maybe I can hit him for 64 damage with a shot, if it's really close to him, but that's not going to do anything in this meta. It's crazy how bad this thing is and how it's shipped like this. And it kind of goes back to the point where I believe that this was intentional. They did not want this gun to be used in PvP at all, so they mega nerfed it and just decided to forget about it. It's like, oh, we don't trust ourselves to balance this gun in PvP, so we're just not going to try. We're just going to make it shit, which I think is pretty pathetic, honestly, from Bungie's point of view. I know this is a mainly PvE game, but at the end of the day, people who buy the season pass, they want to, try this new weapon out in PvP. And this thing is just useless, and it didn't have to be useless. The whole exotic perk aspect of it, the whole idea of the gun, which is, getting the tonics, or not the tonics, the little galaxy things come to you and generating ammo for your team. Remember that whole thing when Bungie says, "Oh, you can be part of the ammo generating, you can play support." I understand if this gun is shit if it's meant to be ammo generating. But guess what? You need 10 kills. 10 to get a special brick for your team, for you and your team. 20 for heavy. It's like they're not even trying to make this gun somewhat viable. And, I kind of get it at the same time where some people say, oh, well, Bungie keep breaking the game with all this new shit they're adding. So I get, this is a good thing that they're just forgetting about it and, not willing to rock the boat. Well, look at Icebreaker. Icebreaker, obviously Trials isn't out yet, but I think Icebreaker is going to dominate PvP for the next couple months because you get ammo for getting assists. And the you get so much more value out of a special ammo shot, and this is another thing I hate about the special ammo system, is you get so much more value out of a high impact sniper than a low impact sniper because you get one shot each, but one does more body shot damage than the other, right? So it's kind of just this double standard against grenade launchers, which has honestly always been around since the mountaintop era. And there's probably a lot of you guys out there saying, well, yeah, mountaintop era sucked. We don't want to ever go back to that. And I agree, we should never go back to mountaintop era. That did suck. It was brainless, no skill. And you want to know why? It's because people weren't really using grenade launchers. They were using a rocket launcher. This is a shot with insanely high velocity that just lets you one-shot someone, and there's no trajectory. There's no skill gap. There's no, oh, it can bounce through someone's legs, or, oh, it can bounce off and miss your target. And that's why I don't really like these micro missile archetypes. I really wish Bungie would just discontinue them, but it seems they're sticking with it. So I guess, fuck me. I'm not going to get what I want, which is fine. I'm used to it. Um, yeah, it's frustrating. This gun could have been really cool, and I don't think it would have been broken at all. I think it would have been interesting to kind of see if oh, you get a kill, and then let's say you need to get 2 kills in PvP, and then maybe you can actually generate some ammo for your team. Look into the idea of an ammo support kind of play style in the Crucible. You've been struggling so much with balancing special ammo. Why not try this out? This weapon is a cool way to go into that. It's not going to be easy for people to abuse because it's so difficult to actually gain kills with this weapon. You're giving up your exotic slot, you're giving up your primary slot when you could easily just have a shotgun. It seems like they just played it way too safe with this weapon, and it's frustrating to see that they keep playing it safe with grenade launchers, and they just don't care about breaking the game with everything else. Now I know I've kind of been ranting this video, not kind of, I've definitely been ranting this video, and it wasn't intentionally supposed to be that. Honestly, I was just gonna sit down and just say like why this gun's shit. But the reasons why this gun is shit is really frustrating when you look at the rest of the sandbox and kind of the standard that they have and the different standard that they have with grenade launchers. Um, and I know there's gonna be some of you guys out there who are sitting there and are like, yeah, this is good. Fuck Epic. Grenade launchers suck. They're annoying to play against. And you know what? You're entitled to your own opinion, man. Like I get it. Grenade launchers are annoying to play against, but I don't think they're much more annoying to play against than a controller sniper. I don't think they're much more annoying to play against than fusion rifles or shotguns. Or glaives. It's this is Destiny 2, y'all. It's if you want a game that is pan cannon snipe only, go play sweats. Go play sweats or go play, better yet, go play a better game that is made for that. This game's supposed to be I think what a lot of people are attracted to with this game, even though the balancing in this game has always been shit and will always be shit, people still come back to it because it's unique. There's nothing else on the market like it. And I think this change with this grenade launcher, and there's probably some people out there like, oh, look at Epic, he's getting mad, he's getting pressed. I'm a little mad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little. It's more disappointment with Bungie. Um, but realistically, Fighting Line got a buff. I'm gonna shit on everyone this season, anyways, right? Like the Fighting Line buff is crazy good, and that's all I'm gonna be using. It's more that I'm just disappointed that a cool new gun comes out that offers a really unique play style and ammo generation, and like you're looking at the developer live stream and stuff. You're like, oh, this is cool, right? And it just like the developer doesn't make any effort to make it viable in PvP. While you look at the exact same thing with Icebreaker, a gun that arguably is going to be much, much more broken. Much, unarguably, it is just going to be much, much more broken. And, you can quote me on that. When you're running around in trials and you see a million Icebreakers everywhere and people holding down the lanes and body shotting you for more than half your health, you can come back and say, yeah, pick you right. It's frustrating that there's a double standard on these things, that it seems everyone but me can enjoy something new coming out. I've waited so long for grenade launchers to get something, right? And I get it. Most people don't use grenade launchers, so at the end of the day, it shouldn't be prioritized. I understand that. But I'm watching this dev stream, it's like, oh, a new primary ammo grenade launcher, and then it comes out and it's like they didn't even try and make it viable. It's just kind of pathetic, in my opinion. It's not the Bungie that made me want to play this game in the first place. And if you even if you don't use grenade launchers, I think this is a scary precedent. I think it's just really lazy from Bungie. And yeah, it might like, save the game from being unbalanced, but the game's already unbalanced, right? The problem with this game is we have these long ass metas that don't end and are the same thing over and over again. Remember when March 5th came out, the update, the one with that neutered all the special guns except for shotguns and snipers, or except for shotguns. Snipers did get neutered as well. It was SMG like immortal Cloud Strike. The meta didn't change, right? And that's when people get stale of this game. It's when the meta doesn't change, and it's the same things that are broken keep getting broken, and we keep seeing the same shit every season where every class has a broken ability, whether it's swarm grenades, whether it's the warlock, rift, whether it's the diamond lance. There's always something broken in this game, and I don't think people have a problem with this game not being perfectly balanced all the time, right? If you've been playing this game for as long as I have and you expect this game to be perfectly balanced, you're delusional, you know? But mix it up. This gun, even if let's say worst case scenario, this gun was broken as hell, right? Super busted, generating ammo every kill and everyone's running around with ammo. Okay, in quick play, some people are running around with, a little bit more ammo. In trials, okay, you get one shot after you get a kill, and realistically, the round's probably almost over if you get that opening kill or that opening pick, and you have to deal with the low damage, which means you're probably not going to be getting that opening pick a lot. So it's just, I don't know. I know this has kind of become a rant video, and I'm sorry about that. I know some of you guys really just wanted to hear me talk about, how the gun is and, the best builds for it. But I don't feel like doing it. I'm sorry, I don't feel like it. This gun just sucks, and it's really not worth my time. and I'd rather just sit here and talk about it and offer some potential solutions on what I think would not break the game, but also make this gun just a little better and actually, kind of stick to the core principles that make Destiny fun, which is having unique ways to play the game that don't make the game painful for, the people on the receiving end, right? As painful as possible, right? It's always not fun to die, but at the end of the day, you want to balance the, fun had versus, you know, unfun getting killed by something, right? And I don't think this gun would at all be a problem in that regard. I think there's so many other broken things, but that's my opinion. Curious about what you guys think. Sorry for rambling, but thanks for watching. Have a good one.